So let me show you how you can save 2/3 of practicing when it comes to scales and arpeggios. If we take the open strings here, you can see that we have some nice notes going on there. But really, the distance between the E and the A is a fourth. The A and the D, that's also a fourth. And from the D to the G, that's also a fourth. But then the system stops. And suddenly these two notes here are wrong. Because if I take the E and A, since that's the distance, that fourth there, and the A and the D, and the D and the G, but then instead of continuing down to the B and E string, I simply take the G here instead. And then I just go to the next string, so that's a fourth, right? There I find a C. So the B string should be a C string. And then I go from the C, a fourth up again, like the system of the E, A, D, G string, and I get an F, and not an E. So basically, these two strings here are tuned too low compared to this here, and that's to get a pentatonic scale across the strings here, or to get make it easier to do a full bar and then play bar chords and all kinds of stuff. It's basically from the classical realm, and it makes the guitar easier to play in certain keys like C and E minor and A minor and so on. But it sabotages you so severely. It's incredible. So let me just show you. This is standard tuning, right? So if I want to do, let me just go lower here. If I want to do a G minor 7th arpeggio, right? It's going to look like that. And if I take that to the A string, and I play that same G with the same shape from the A string, then I get a G minor 7th arpeggio with the same shape. Isn't that wonderful? That's pretty great. So no extra work there. I just place my finger on another note on the A string. If I then go all the way up to the, to the what is that? The D string, and I try to do the same thing. I use the same shape. Oops. Because we now end up on that B string, which should be a C string, and the E string, which should be the F string. Then the whole shape is messed up, right? Instead of an F and a G on the top here, I got an E and an F sharp. So I have to adjust my shape. What do I need to do? I need to push them up and compensate for the fact that the guitar is tuned in a weird way, right? So now I got my G minor 7, cool. But now I have to learn a new shape, and this is a completely new shape to the brain. So this is extra learning. It really is, right? Okay, so let me just go away here with that. Let me see if I can just delete this one, right? Oh, yeah, let's do that. And then let me take the octave of this one and go right up there. So I'm just going to delete these. All right, and I'm going to play that same arpeggio, but now I'm going to play it from the G string and see what happens. So I got my shape. Yeah, I learned. What the heck? You see E and F sharp and C sharp now? It's all messed up. I was just playing the same shape, but I don't get the same results. Now I have to push this up too, and I have to put that up. And not only do I get a new shape that I have to learn. See, what's the what's the similarity between these? This is new learning. So now instead of learning one shape, I have to learn 3 shapes. I can use this twice from the A string as well, but then the fun stops, and I have to learn 2 separate shapes, and it really is, separate shapes to the brain. Okay, but so that's, I'm not only doubling the amount of stuff I have to learn, I'm tripling it. That's insane. And also, this is a pretty uncomfortable shape to play. Wouldn't you agree? And like that, that's not, I have to do a little bit of a roll there. It's not comfortable. And the same thing goes for everything else. This is just an example, just to illustrate it. But when we're talking scale shapes and everything else, I actually have a fourth tuning setup over here in my neck diagrams, which is a program, a piece of software that you need to own. If you see, I got my own little custom-made Klaus Levine, that's my name, tuning here. So now if I reveal the notes here, I got a C and an F string here. And then the others are, of course, the same. Now I have a system. So I can play that same darn, I can play it everywhere. It's the same shape. There is no problem. I can play it from here, right? It's the same thing. So one shape, one arpeggio. Thank you very much, right? So now I can't play my bar chords. Well, I got acoustic guitars, right? They're all, tuned in standard tuning. I also got my Strats. Those are tuned in standard tuning as well. Then I have my Strandbergs. Those are all tuned in fourth tuning. It is that little change of these two strings is such a huge change that it changes everything. But all the new stuff you have to learn is like nothing because it's only a third of what, what you've already learned, right? So you can do both. Some people use open D tuning for like slide and stuff. Some people have 7 strings and tune completely differently. You can do this. You can take one guitar, and if you only have one guitar, buy another one. See, that's a reason for buying new gear, and then tune it in fourths. It's amazing what it does. So that's the end of this video.